Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your patience. I guess the sun comes out for Dave Strohmaier. What do you think of that? Would that I had such juice, as they say. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is John Engen. I have the pleasure and privilege of serving as mayor of the city of Missoula, and it's also my pleasure today to introduce a candidate for Congress of the United States from Missoula, Montana. It's entirely fitting, I think, that we are down here in proximity to this train, and I was thinking about what I would say in my introduction of Dave today, and I thought about his sort of relentless interest in this notion of rail travel and the idea that it's maybe a little old-fashioned, and I thought more and more about it, and I thought more and more about Dave and his service as a council person for the city of Missoula. And what occurred to me as I thought about all of those things is that Dave, over and over, is not old-fashioned. What he is practical and thoughtful in the old-school Democrat way. What Dave does, yeah, I think that's well worth applauding. Dave thinks about problems and solutions in very practical ways. There's nothing old-fashioned about passenger rail service. There's a lot that's practical about it. Dave thinks about the infrastructure that's in place, not only the rail infrastructure, but the infrastructure of humanity that's around us, how we can work together, how we can use our collective intelligence to solve community problems. Dave's old-fashioned, maybe in the way old Democrats were, that he thinks that everyone is equal and acts on that notion that everyone is equal in our community and does so bravely. Dave is a legislator. He understands his role as a city councilman. He proposes legislation. He promotes legislation. He works with his colleagues to pass legislation. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what a congressperson does all day long. And if we had a thoughtful congressperson from the city of Missoula on Capitol Hill representing us in the state of Montana, this would be a better nation indeed, and certainly a better state. I think Dave reflects old school Montana values. I think he reflects democratic values. I think he reflects human values. And it is my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to recommend to you today and introduce my friend, Councilman Dave Strohmaier, running for Congress of the United States.
Thanks, Mayor Engen, and good morning, fellow Montanans. I believe that each of us is called to public service. I've been very blessed in life, supported by caring friends, family, and teachers. And I think that it's imperative for each of us to give back to those communities that have given so much to us, and certainly that have given so much to me. For me, that means giving back to my community in a number of different ways, ranging from serving as an emergency medical technician and rural fireman, to working as a wildland firefighter with the Bureau of Land Management and U.S. Forest Service, to representing the good people of Ward 1 on the Missoula City Council for the last 6 years. I originally sought elected office for one simple reason: to ensure that my hometown remains a healthy, vibrant place for my kids and for future generations of Missoulians. That is exactly the same reason why I stand before you today and declare my candidacy for the U.S. House of Representatives in the great state of Montana. Woo! Serving as your congressman, I'll bring the same enthusiasm and work ethic to the job that I put into action while serving in municipal government. Among other things, I feel strongly that my role as an elected official is to work as part of a team, to solve problems, and to chart a positive vision for our community here in Missoula and what I hope to also do our broader community in Montana and across the nation. A core part of my personal team is my 7-year-old son Ezra, my 4.5-year-old daughter Liesel, who's down here with a pinwheel, and my very young wife Gretchen, my companion and partner these last 20 years. So I just want to give her an opportunity to introduce herself and maybe say a few words.
Well, I married this guy just about 20 years ago now, and I always knew that he loved adventure. Honestly, I think that was part of the allure. But at the time, I was thinking about mountaineering or exotic travel. I wasn't really thinking political adventure. But I'm here to say, I'm in. I'm in for this big adventure. In the last 17 years in my work in the end-of-life field, patients and families have taught me a lot about what's important. Don't waste time. Live like there's no tomorrow. Live fully right now. In our workaday lives, we fall into routines that sometimes become ruts. We pay the bills, we get the groceries, we take care of the kids. And it does seem that life is lived to a large degree in these daily, nitty-gritty activities. But I think we get in trouble if we don't take some time once in a while to look up and look at the big picture and see where we're going. I believe that my husband, a man of courage, integrity, and bold vision, has come to a place in his life which he is compelled to look up and see where we're going. But more importantly, I believe, it's time for Montana to look up from the day-to-day, take stock in where we've been, and set a bold new course into the future. And so I give you my husband, Dave Strohmaier.